right? Wow. Yeah, it's quick. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a 2022 Toyota Tundra Limited with the TRD off-road package and several modifications. First and foremost, so a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo for giving me some time with this Tundra. Check out the inventory in the description down below. And on a side note, I want you guys to let me know if you want me to make a side video about the history of this truck, because the person that originally bought this truck traded in an F-150 for this truck, and then they just traded this truck back in for another F-150, and this truck only has like 500 miles on it. So I figured it'd be a pretty interesting story. Let me know if you guys want to see that. And then as always, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into the review. So under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 389 horsepower and then 479 pound-feet of torque, and there you go. Now let's go over the front end of this Tundra. So this one's finished in army green, and with this color you can see the body lines, especially on the hood, absolutely pop. And then coming down below, we've got the reflector LED lights, and then notice here with the orange accenting, and then you've got the venting down below that. And then we've got parking sensors here on the front end, and then you can see the silver trim off to the side with the fog lights that are also LEDs. Notice we have our TRD logo right here with the Toyota logo, camera just down below the logo, and that is everything for the front end. Now coming around the side here, we've got 37s wrapped around 18-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear. And you can see this one has the Method wheels on it, which I think look absolutely fantastic. They just have like this cool off-roader appearance to them. And you can see just how aggressive these tires are. And then here's a quick look at the front suspension. So with the TRD off-road, you've got the Bilstein shocks from the factory. Now, I don't know if this truck has been lifted. I mean, you guys can see, taking a few steps back, definitely has a pretty high stance on it. But again, this has 37s on it, so that's gonna add quite a bit from a height perspective. And so if you happen to be the previous owner on this truck and you're watching this video, if you could let us know in the comment section below if you lifted it and all that kind of stuff. But we're just gonna assume stock at this point here, because I mean, looks like the shock setup, at least that is stock. And then you can see here with the fender flares, you've got the blacked out Tundra logo there. And then notice with the door handles, also have the blacked out trim on them. And then at the bottom of the mirror, limited badge is also blacked out. And then here is, again, another full side view with the truck. And then finishing things up here with the rear, you can see again the blue Bilstein shock. And because this is a new Tundra, if we pop here to the bottom, you can see the coil suspension there in the back end. And just have a regular spare tire, which is interesting. And again, you can see the shock there from another angle. So yeah, definitely an interesting setup. So here's our key fob. We have our unlock, lock, and then the drop down for the tailgate. Now, factory payload capacity on this particular truck's 1,400 pounds. And you guys can see we've got the composite bed here in the rear, which is one of the big benefits of Toyota. And notice we got the cargo light there at the top. Aside from that, there's not much else to go over. So lifting this up, it's actually pretty light. Let's finish things up here with the rear of the truck. So we have the new Tundra taillights here at the back, and then we've got our Tundra logo stamped there into the tailgate. Receiverage down below, towing capacity right in that 10,000 pound range. Parking sensors here at the bottom. And other than that, here's kind of like your 3/4 angle. So you can see here with the stance of the truck, and there's just a little bit of negative offset, not a massive amount, and I think that's the route to go with this truck. It looks really good that way. Here's the door panel in the rear. You can see here with the padding, and then just down below, and then a couple speakers here for the sound system. And here's the seats in the rear. I love the design here in the center of the seat. Definitely think that's cool from an aesthetic perspective. And we do have under seat storage on top of that. Notice the rubber floor coverings. Definitely got to use the grab handle because this truck's pretty tall. Anyways, here's legroom. There's a headroom as well. You can see here with the little storage pocket. Couple cup holders. And then we got the storage space down below, and then you can see a couple of USBs. Sorry about the camera not focusing. Still trying to figure out how to use this new one. And got a couple cup holders right there, but let's head to the front. Now here's the front door panel, again here with the padding. It's also at the top and then just down below. All of our window controls here with the mirror adjustments, and the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And then here are the functions for the memory seat. And you can see here with the front seat again with the leather, and then notice perforated here all down the center portion with the cool design. Got your power adjustments. Pedal layout just down below. Heated steering wheel control is right here, and then you got the cargo light, and then notice here with the auto stop start, and also with the rear collision assistance. And notice the steering wheel is manually adjustable. Let's pop in. So here's the steering wheel in the Tundra. You can see here with the stitching around the airbag cover, and then you can see with the padding here at the top and the bottom. Then notice it's perforated here on the side so you can get a little bit of a better grip. This does have adaptive cruise control. Of course, we got our windshield wiper stock there behind, and then we got our volume voice command controls here on the other side, and then our turn signal light stock, and there's the steering wheel. Here's the center gauge cluster. Notice mostly analog with everything, and then you do have that little screen there in the center which you can scroll through different bits of info, and with 494 miles, averaging 12.2 miles per gallon, which is not bad actually for a truck with 37s on it. But you can see all the different bits of info right there. And then we do have some different drive modes we can go into. So we have our normal, eco, and sport that you can go into from a drive mode perspective. There is also a tow haul mode on top of that. And there you go. Now here's the center infotainment system. First off, I pop it into reverse. We got a backup camera with trajectory lines. They do turn with the steering wheel. Got the bird's eye view as well, and then you can see all the different viewpoints here with the truck. I mean, there's cameras for like everything on the new Tundra if you, you know, equip it that way, which is great. So that helps out quite a bit. And notice, look at that! You can see all the off-road stuff with the camera too. I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. As for the rest of the infotainment system, this is basically identical to Toyota's smaller infotainment system. It's just bigger. So you've got the shortcut buttons here on the side. Response time's great. And I mean, other than that, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory with all the stuff you can go into. And so we'll just leave it at the navigation map, and there you go. So we've got our dual zone climate controls right here. This has heated and cooled seats for the front passengers as well. And just notice how everything kind of has that like durable appearance to it. And then this is like a weird 360 camera view. Kind of interesting with that. Stability control, hazard lights, locker for the rear, and then we've got our parking brake right here. Shifter for the 10-speed automatic with the TRD print on it, and then notice the manual shift function. And then we have 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, drive mode select, tow haul mode select to twist between them, and then like your descent control, crawl control setup and everything. And I'm going to try to get into this, so I'm going to pop the truck into neutral and then try to get into 4-wheel high, see if it'll... Actually, we'll go into drive, go forward a little bit, so it'll go into 4-wheel high, hopefully. Still blinking. Still blinking. Maybe if I go into reverse, it'll pop into 4-wheel high. Okay, well, I can't show you because the truck doesn't want to go into 4-wheel high. So, we're gonna go from that to the rest. Got the cup holders right here, and then you can see the storage space off to the side. And then, we just got the little window here for the center console. And then underneath as well. And let me know if I'm doing anything wrong. I mean, I can put the truck in park too. Will that pop it in 4-wheel high? No. So yeah, let me know what I'm doing wrong to not get it into 4-wheel high. I mean, I can try neutral as well. Huh, yeah, I don't know. So let me know how stupid I am in the comment section below. There's your glove box. We have the original window sticker, which we'll go over in a second. Put that off to the side, and notice the trim there at the top. And this one has the full panoramic sunroof, which is nice. And notice here we've got the power sliding window. The whole window goes down, and also regular mirror, but that's all. So again, you can see 2022 Tundra Limited. I think this is the most loaded up Limited I've reviewed so far, potentially. Anyways, you can see here with the standard equipment, and then safety and convenience down below. And notice it says 4-wheel drive demand part-time 4-wheel drive with electronic control. Anyways, let's hear with the optional equipment on this truck with the multi-terrain selecting. Again, like I said, the crawl control earlier. It's all part of the TRD off-road package. But here's the original total MSRP, $59,064. Obviously, these are going for a lot more than that because of today's crazy car market. Let's drive this Tundra 37s. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood. Both of the mirrors, which again, they do have blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. We are setting off in this Tundra, and hopefully you guys don't think I'm being too critical on this truck. I think this looks absolutely amazing. Like, this is how the Tundra should look from the factory. I have to give it props, but you know, I want to be as transparent in my reviews as possible. So with the 37s, like I said, I don't know if this is lifted or anything. It's hard to tell. So again, if you happen to be the previous owner and you know, let us know. The truck does rub. When you go like full lock to lock, there is a little bit of rubbing. So definitely take that into account. But man, Tundra can move 37s. That is for sure. The other thing that I really want to try to see if I can find the right bumps is what the dampening is like with 37s, because there's not really a Tundra you can buy from the factory that has like beefy enough tires for you to really be able to tell you know, how it would perform off-road with, you know, real tires, right? Wow. Yeah, it's quick. So now we got to find some bumps, because that's the most important thing for me. So yeah, it can move 37s, right? We have figured that out. It can move 37s. It feels about as quick as, it's not as quick as a Raptor, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So we're gonna turn in here. Okay. Man, I gotta find the right. Okay, we'll go over this. Okay. I mean, this feels good. It's gonna got a little bit more sidewall to kind of help us out. We're gonna turn around here. I don't know if that's popping on camera, but it, listen. I can feel it through the steering wheel. That's for sure. That's for sure. Maybe we'll try this little dip thing here. Okay, let's see. Okay, and then we'll immediately turn. Ah, no, you ruined it. I was trying to get speed up this. Why do you have to turn in here, random person in a Hyundai? Okay. It actually does a pretty good job, the dampening. So the extra tire helps out quite a bit with the Tundra. I really wanted to know that. Let's sum things up with this truck. So I think this thing looks so cool from an exterior aesthetics perspective. I mean, a Tundra with 37s, come on, what more could you ask for, right? Looks really cool. From a driving perspective, yeah, having the extra sidewall and everything, I mean, we know that at this point, right? It helps out with dampening. But I guess that this Tundra might need, you know, a couple modifications to make it so right that it doesn't rub, right? That would be the first thing to do. And other than that, yeah, I don't know. I think this thing's cool. I dig it. Like, I seriously dig it. I think it's a good looking truck. You get extra dampening because of the extra sidewall. And I mean, this is a loaded up TRD off-road with the limited package. And so this is like this color and everything. This is probably what I would buy if I were to buy the new Tundra and wanted to do an off-road build. I probably wouldn't get the TRD Pro, to be honest, because I'd probably get this so I could have the rear locker, and then I would do my own shocks and everything and do something like this. So I don't know. I think this build's cool, and if you want to buy this Tundra, Ford and Provo has it right now. That's gonna sum things up for our video on this 2022 Toyota Tundra with 37s on it. And again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo for giving me some time with the truck. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see you guys.